ॐ नमो भगवते विराजेश्वराय. This live audio attempts to give Viveka Chudamani in about 70 topics. Each topic would cover few slokas in Sanskrit and some explanation in a mixed English Sanskrit language. So, Sri Viveka Chudamani is a Prakarana Grantha, is a text authored by Adi Shankara Bhagavadpada. There are several explanations given by different commentators, but I pick up two books. One is a Telugu Vyakhya, Andhra Vyakhya Sahitamu, Vyakhya done by Bharat. Sri Chandrasekhara Bharati Mahaswami. The translation is done by Pullala Sri Ramachandrudu. At the same time, for the English words and stuff used by Swami Chinmayananda on his talks on Shankara's Viveka Chudamani. So I'll try to keep each part less than 10 minutes, and hopefully we should cover the complete Viveka Chudamani, which has 581 verses, in about 70 topics. So, bowing down to Sachidanandan Sivabhinavan Nrsimha Bharati Swami, Sri Chandrasekhara Bharati Swami, Srimad Bharati Tirtha Mahaswami, this Viveka Chudamani with Mangalacharana Slokam. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranamamyaham. Shankara Bhagavadpada is doing this Mangalacharanam for the sake of completing the work, remembering his Guru. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam. Govindam, Govinda Padacharya, who can be only known through Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam. By the meaning of Sarva Vedantas, all the Upanishads, and Siddhantas, all the conclusions made by discussing over and over again by them. Such Sadgurum, a Guru who gave this knowledge in the lineage of Advaita Parampara. So we also by next part, which gives why this work at all. So what is the importance of being spiritual? So the glory of spiritual life, that is what the word used by the Chinmayananda Swami. Jantunam Narajanma Durlabham. In all the moving animal life, getting a life of Nara, human being, is very difficult. Ataha Pumstvam. Over and above that, Pumsabdam. Pumsabda indicates here the determination or detachment which is required for pursuing the spiritual life. Tasmad Vaidika Dharma Marga Parata Tato Viprata. Then the Viprasabda here again says the required qualities of compassion, santosha, samadhana, shanti, the peace, peacefulness. These are been discussed severally. Vaidika dharma marga parata, even having those qualities, Vaidika dharma, Vaidika dharma, what is said in the Vedas, Vaidika dharma marga parata, Vidvatvam, then comes having followed the Vaidika dharma, it comes Vidvat, Vidvat is the knowledge. After the Vidvat, Asmat Param, even better than that, Atma, even better is the Atmanatma Vivechanam, being able to discriminate between what is self, what is soul, and what is non soul, what is eternal, what is not eternal. Atma, Anatma, Vivechanam. Then comes Swanubhavo Brahmatmana Samsthiti. After that comes having inquired, having understood what is Atma, what is Anatma, self experiencing for one's own self, Brahmastmana Samsthiti, established in the highest self. Muktirno Satakoti Janmaskrutai Punyair Vina Labhyate. That establishment in the Brahmatmana, ultimate Brahmatmana Samsthiti, that is Mukti. Such Mukti is not possible without 100 crore, Satakoti. Satakoti is the word typically used to say infinite or very large, huge number. Crore, 10 million, Satakoti, 100 of 10 million, hundreds of 10 million, so billion lives. Krataihi punyair vina labhyate. So one thing which need to be understood here is the importance of the step-by-step process for the human life to all the way to get to the mukti, the process, what need to be seen here. So Sri Chandrasekhar Bharati Swami's Vyakhya gives a wonderful padyam. I'll read that padyam in Telugu. ಅಂತವಿಹೀನ ಭೀಕರ ಭವಾಂಬುಧಿಮಗ್ನ ಚನಾಳಿ ಬ್ರೋವ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಕೃಪಾವನ ದಕ್ಷುಡು ಅಂತವಿಹೀನ ಭೀಕರ ಭವಾಂಬುಧಿಮಗ್ನ ಜನಾಳಿ ಬ್ರೋವ ನತ್ಯಂತ ಕೃಪಾವಸಂ ವದತ ನಾತ್ತ ನೃಸಿಂಹ ಯತೀಂದ್ರ ರೂಪುಡೈ ಧ್ವಾಂತ ಸದೃಕ್ಷ ಘೋರ ಜಡತಾ ವಿನಿಕೃಂತನ ದಕ್ಷುಡು ದಕ್ಷಿಣಾಶಾಂತ ಮುಖುನ್ ಕೃಪಾಜಲಧಿನಾದೃತೋಂ ನನಿಸೆಂಬುಗೊಲ್ಚದನ್ ಭಗವತ್ಪಾದಾರ್ಚಿತ ಪದಯುಗ ಯೋ ವಾಗ್ದೇವಿ ಕರುಣಯೊಪ್ಪಾರಮದಿಂದಗ ನಿಲ್ಚಿ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯ ವ್ರಾಯುಮಿ ಸೊಗಮಂಬುಗನಿ ವಿವೇಕ ಚೂಡಾಮಣಿಕಿನ್ ಸುಪ್ರಸನ್ನಮಯಿ ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮ ಗಂಭೀರಂಬು ದೇಸಿಕೇಶು ವಾಕ್ಯ ದಿವ್ಯ ಸರಣಿ ದೀನಿ ಪ್ರಭಾವಮೆಲ್ಲ ದೀಪ್ತಮೈನ ಮದಿ ಚೇರದೀಯುಮಮ್ಮ ಶಾರದಾಂಬ ಓ ರತ್ನಗರ್ಭ ಗಣಪತಿ ಕಾರುಣ್ಯ ನಿಧಾನ ವಿಘ್ನಘನ ರೂಪೋದ್ಯದ್ಘೋರಾಂಧಕಾರ ಭಾಸ್ಕರ ಪೂರಿಂಪುಮು ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯ ಸುಗುಣ ಪೂರಿತ ರೀತಿನ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮವಿದ್ಯಾಶ್ರಯ ದೇವ ಭದ್ರಮೂರ್ತಿ ಚಂದ್ರಮೌಳೀಶ್ವರಕರ ಲಸಜ್ಞಾನಮುದ್ರ ಸ್ವಾನುಭೂತಿ ನೊಸಂಗುನ ಭಾವಮಂದು ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯರಾಸದ ನಾಚಾರ್ಯ ವಾಕ್ಯಮುಲಕುನು. So like that he again prays to all these teachers, because without the teacher guru's grace nothing of this can be self-learnt. So we have understood the fundamental basic of this spiritual life. There are few points which are there. So viprata, there is a lot of question about pumstvam, viprata. These are all the qualifications or the step-by-step procedure. People have several these things, but in here they say brahmanasya sudehoyam nopabhogaya kalpate iha kleshaya mahate prityananta sukhaya cha. So for a whatever said as Brahmana is not the only body, it is the attitude of a Brahmana. So this is who has detachment, or who has detached from the worldly pleasures. That is the fundamental quality of a Vipra Brahmana. Then Vaidika Dharma Marga Parataha, there is another word used is Vaidika Dharma Marga. What is Dharma? Dharati iti Dharma, Dhriyate aneneti Dharmaha. So instead of saying Vaidika Karma Marga Parata, it is not focusing on the karma of Vaidika karma. It's Vaidika Dharma. Vaidika Dharma is of two types. Pravrutti Lakshana Dharma, which takes forward by doing more and more activity, getting more and more results, going to Swarga, going to coming down back. This goes around in the loop. That is the Pravrutti Dharma, which takes around in the loops. And there is a Nivrutti Dharma, which is taking back to the source. So Vaidika Dharma is having both the wings. So this part of the Vaidika Dharma is Nivrutti Dharma. Chodana Lakshanardho Dharma, that is the Jaimini's Sutra. So in the Jaimini, it says you do the karma, continue to do the karma, you will get the result. So going forward, we will actually see again in the Brahmanasya, Naitadrusyam Brahmanasyati Vittam Yadhaikata Samata Satyatacha Silam Stitir Danda Nidhana Marjavam Tatas Tatos Chopar being ekatva to everything, satya, truthfulness, silam, ahimsa, straightforwardness, coming back from the karmas, getting detached from the karmas, tatas tacho uparati kriyabhyaha, from the kriyas. These are all the qualities of a vipra. This is all. So we said vidvatvam, after that यदेव विद्यया करोति श्रद्धयोपनिषदः तदेव वीर्यवत्तरं भवति. So whatever is done with understanding is it will become more and more powerful. That is what is the meaning of vidvatvam. So it is not about rote karma, but knowing the meaning of the stuff, that is becomes vidvatvam. Atma tasmat param atmanatma vivechanam. So atma and anatma, differentiating between what is eternal, what is not eternal. So these are all the step by step process one need to take in the spiritual endeavor. So that is the importance of such a spiritual endeavor. So the three levels of grace is the next sloka, the third sloka of Viveka Chudamani. Durlabham trayamevaitad daivanugraha hetukam manushyatvam mumukshutvam mahapurusha samsrayaha. Manushyatvam, being born as a human being, mumukshatvam, getting a strong desire to get released from the bondage, and then mahapurusha samsrayaha, going and meeting a guru who has self-realized and available for the clarification of doubts. Such three things: getting a human life, getting a strong desire to get released from this bondage, and then getting a help from a Mahapurusha. These are the three important things which are very difficult. They come only through the grace of God or grace of Lord, what we call it as. Daivanugraham. Daiva is, again, it is a sum total of all our past karma. So the sum total of all the punya from the past karmas can be considered as Daiva here. Labdhva kadhanchit narajanma durlabham tatrapi pumstvam srutiparadarsanam yah swatma mukyai nayate tam mudhadhihi sa atmaha swam vinihantya sad grahat. So after getting the most difficult human life, kadhanchit, somehow, labdhva, even after getting it, after getting the determinable pumstvam means the determination, the manliness here basically. Shruti Paradarshanam, having studied the Shastras for a bit, or still somebody who is not trying for self-realization, Swatma Muktyehi, for liberating one's own self, Nayateta, who is not trying for that, Saha, that type of person, Atmaha, he is actually Asatgrahat Vinihanti. So he actually is destroying his own self. He is actually committing a suicide, spiritual suicide. इतः कोन्वस्ति मूढ़ात्मा यस्तु स्वार्धे प्रमाद्यसि दुर्लभम मानुषम देहम प्राप्य तत्रापि पौरुषम. So who else will try, if who else will try for your release other than yourself? Itah konvasti moodhatma, only a fool, moodhatma, having got this difficult instruments to do this kind of spiritual sadhana, spiritual contemplation, meditation, looking at and understanding the stuff. So one who is not trying, he is actually is a fool. पठन्तु शास्त्राणि यजन्तु देवान् कुर्वन्तु कर्माणि भजन्तु देवताः आत्मैक्यबोधेन विना विमुक्तिः न सिद्ध्यति ब्रह्मशतान्तरेऽपि. पठन्तु शास्त्राणि, let these shastras be studied. Yajantu devan, there are several sacrifices done to different devas, Indradi devas. Kurvantu karmani, let all the different types of karmas, actions be performed. Bhajantu devata, let there be worship of different devatas. Atmaikya bodhena vina vimuktihi. Without knowing, without understanding the oneness, Atma Aikya bodhena, there is unity of universal self, Atmaikya jnanamu. Without that, Brahmasatantarepi, even after 100 Brahmas goes away. So there is a yuga, Mahayuga, 10 Kali Yuga Pramanas is Mahayuga, then it will go 72 such Mahayugas is a Manvantara, 14 Manvantaras is a Kalpa. One Kalpa is 1 day of Brahma, such 36,000 such Kalpas is one Brahma's lifespan, which works out something like even such 100 Brahmas pass away. In that length of span also, by reading Shastras, by Yajantu Devan, by Kurvantu Karmani, by Bhajantu Devataha, Nasidhyati Vimuktihi. So this is a very clear declaration saying that the Atmekya Amrutatvasya Nashasti कर्मणो मुक्ते रहेतुत्वं स्फुटं यतः. Vityana, by the means of wealth, Amrutatvasya, for the eternality, Asya Nasti, there is no such. This is said by Shruti. Shruti is Upanishad. Upanishad declares that. So all the wealth, Karmanaha Mukte, Ahetutva, by action, by actions. So similarly, by actions, one cannot accrue or one cannot gain something called mukti. So this is the 7th sloka. So actually